Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to start a brand new challenge, a hardcore world. And today, my plan is to build the perfect starter house. So without further ado, let's get this show on the road. Oh my days, this is a gorgeous spawn. See a nice little savannah over there, forest, and even a jungle. But I think we best do what any good Minecraft player does first, and that is get some wood. And this tree looks like it'll do the job. And with these planks, let's craft our very first crafting table. And well, as soon as there's some stone here, we might as well make some tools. Let's make a little pickaxe, and that should do us for now. Oh, we're in Stone Age already. We're evolving. We'll just grab a bit now. We don't need loads. And we'll make a stone pickaxe, and then we'll make an axe and a sword, I think. Perfect. Now, I think as soon as we're here... Well, actually, first... Anyways, where was I? I think it'd be rude to grab a few different wood colors before we do the basic stuff because, well, why not? That's how I roll. So let's navigate our way to this jungle. And I just want a bit of wood because why not? That's the most important thing about Minecraft. Not surviving. We're not in hardcore or anything. It's not like if we die, it's over. Just give me a nice sapling or two. Damn, I should have installed that data pack, which does fast leaves. Oh, my days. Tell you what, they're taking their sweet time. I will just grab a bit of bamboo whilst we wait. Realistically, I should probably be gearing up for the night because, I mean, it's hardcore and I don't really want to die. But right, come on. Finally, we've got 5 jungle saplings. Oh my days, what are these? Leaf litter. I completely forgot about this update. I've been stuck in such an old version for so long. I'm quite looking forward to this. And I've definitely got some good ideas up my sleeve for what I want to build. But for now, let's just start exploring. I've got to admit, this area is actually really nice, but I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket, so I think we'll keep exploring for now. Never hurts to have all the wood in the game, does it? And what are these? Oh my days, is that a pig? Let's find out. Oh yeah. Oh my days, that's baffling. I mean, it's pretty tough though. And I should probably cook a bit of this food actually because I'm going to starve. But let's make our very first furnace and we'll also make a bed whilst we're here. Let's just get a bit of meat cooking, and I think whilst we wait for that, we'll start venturing that way. Maybe we could get some more wood saplings. That'd be cool. There we go. Let's take that meat and keep on our journey. Oh, now that is kind of inviting me in. I think it'd be rude to not go down here and get a few bits and bats. Holy smokes, it's deep. I can't even safely drop down, but when there's a will, there's a way. Oh no. Now, if you remember in my last series, which was survival, I died very quickly to skeletons, and that's not going to happen this time. I don't know what this fool wants. Oh my god, where are their eyes? What is this texture pack? Oh, that skeleton's there. Oh no. Oh, sugar cherry on ice. Oh, I'll have that. Let's just get some iron and quickly get out of here, I think. There's a mine shaft, and I think that's a recipe for disaster. Honestly, if one of them poisonous spiders comes anywhere near me, it's game over. Oh, no! Oh my god, oh my days, oh my days, oh my days. No, 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 please. Fine, we'll absolutely batter him. Holy moly, they do more damage than I thought. I hope this cooked meat's good. I want to know what's in this chest. Golden apple. I mean, I'll take it. I think we'll just block ourselves up. I just want to get this iron. Right, I'm just going to get out of this place for now, I think. It's a bit of a stupid idea to stay around. Oh my days, yeah, we're definitely getting out of here. And there's a creeper. Okay. And a zombie there. Yep, great. Amazing. Yep, thanks for having me, guys, but I won't be back anytime soon, I don't think. I'd peek it's nighttime outside. Yeah, I love hardcore. Ooh, there's a desert over there. Ooh, and a village. Actually, I've got a bed. Why don't I just sleep? There we go. That's a lot better. A lot more comforting now. I will grab a few resources from over here to add to my collection. And I should probably also smelt some of this iron. Right. I need to get that sugarcane without getting hit by them skeletons. This is a terrible idea. Right, there we go. We did it. What is that pink fruit? What is that? Cactus flower. That's pretty cool. We'll grab some of this, and then we're going to ball out. I will never, ever turn down 3 iron ingots at this stage of the game. And I'll grab this hay. I tell you what, this grass is nice. Oh, I need shears. What are you looking at? Harvest a few of these. A bundle. Can hold a mixed stack of items. So what does that mean? Oh, right. Oh, that's amazing. I don't know how I take stuff out of it. Oh, okay, that's not as awesome, but a bit inconvenient, but still pretty awesome. Now, please tell me this place has a blacksmith. I don't even know what a desert blacksmith looks like. Oh, I know what one of them looks like. This is an awesome seed already. I think before we go any further, though, it's probably wise that I smelt some of this iron, and I'll take some of these bookshelves. Take a lectern. And I'll take another lectern. And even more books. Right, what should we craft? I'll make some sticks first, actually. I best make a pickaxe. And I'll make a sword. And because we're in hardcore, I'll make a shield. There we go. I feel a bit safer now. And I think with what iron we've got left, we'll make some armor because it's about time. We're a bit raw right now. So there's our chest plate. And we'll make some boots. Right, where's that desert temple gone? There it is. Let's grab this temple and we'll take it from there, I think. Now, if I remember correctly, there's some TNT there. So if I avoid that, copper horse armor. I tell you what, they do do quite like copper, don't they, in this new update? I'll take the bones. Come on, any diamonds? What a terrible desert temple. Let's have a look. We'll use the sand to get out of here. Oh, I can make another bundle. I will make another one of them. These bundles are actually overpowered. How much space it's saving me. Oh my days. To be fair, I don't even need half of this rubbish, but there we go. Right, well, where do we go from here? I think it's time we should probably explore and find somewhere to settle down. No way there's another village over there. Before exploring, we might as well check it out and see if they've got any goodies. Right, let's have a look. Grab some hay. And what have you got on offer? Beetroot. Well, I'll quickly loot up the rest of this village, and then, like I've said about 3 times now, we best find somewhere to settle down. Right, well, we've got plenty of hay at least, but I think on that note, we'll sleep. Wait. We'll sleep, and let's get traveling. Right, this place looks pretty promising. I'm seeing dark oak, I'm seeing birch, and pale wood up there. And I've got to admit, there's a lot of creepers around here, which we definitely don't want to die to. I will take these eggs, though. Oh, I feel like Captain America right now. Holy moly, why is there so many mobs? This is why I hate skeletons so much. I'm just going to ignore them and get a nice birch sapling to add to my collection. And whilst that drops, let's try and get a dark oak sapling. Right, we've got 6 dark oak saplings and 3 birch saplings, and also no axe anymore, but oh well. And I'm gonna be honest, I think it'd be rude to not get a pale oak sapling whilst we're here. I will just need to craft another axe for that though. So let's just grab a tiny bit of stone here, and I don't even have a crafting table. This is why I say I need to settle down. Oh my days. Right, come on, let's go get that sapling and then let's call it a day. And I would like to make this trip as quick as possible because I do not like this place. It's a bit too scary for me. There we go, we've got 4 pale oak saplings. And I think on that note, we've got a few more saplings. Let's finally find somewhere to settle down because I need to store... Oh my days. That is a nice view. And there's more saplings I can get. As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by this view, it's finally time to settle down because I need some storage and I need a house. This place is gorgeous. Oh my days. Is that another village? Let's just head over there and see if they've got anything on offer. But I definitely think this area is looking like a potential candidate for our home. That is a very technical house, isn't it? Oh, don't mind me, pal. I'll just borrow that. Oh, he did not like that. What have you got on offer? Carrots, potatoes. Oh, there's a blacksmith and a ruined portal. Ooh, I tell you what, I won't turn down another bundle. Let's just grab some of that. Might be the best invention of the year. Right, let's go find a coastline. I think there's one over that way if I saw correctly. Let's see if this area's got any potential. Okay, yep, I'm sold. Imagine this. We could have a nice portside town, some ships going out there, a castle up that hill or something. Yeah, okay, this is the place to be. So I think we'll just settle down about here. Place our furnaces, we'll make a crafting table, and we best make a fair few chests. Apart from I can't. Happy days. There we go, 10 chests. That should be plenty. There we go, that'll do for now. So if I just dump all of that rubbish, apart from that, and that, I best grab some food. 7 obsidian is huge. And we'll chuck all this out. What else have we got which we can place? We can place that grindstone. I don't even know why. Where's my bed? Let's grab my bed. And do we have anything to make any torches just to light this place up a bit? No, I don't think we do we? Unless there's something in this bundle. No, there's not. Great. So we'll chuck all that in there, and we best go to bed. So I think the next step then now is to get ourselves kind of just spread a little bit because we started to get some armor. However, we're missing a few pieces, and we don't really have many tools. I think we'll head back down to a cave, we'll gather some more resources, and then we can maybe start to look at building our very first starter house. We're going to grab these bundles because I think they'll help down the mine, and I will just cook a bit more food because you never have too much food. And this is exactly why we're going to the mines, because we have absolutely no fuel. We'll make some bread, and I will get planting some of these saplings. Acacia, you know what, I'll just plant all of them because, well, why not? There we go, let's get a nice dark oak tree here. Pale one, some acacia. What else have we got? Birch, nice big spruce one, a few more spruce ones, nice big jungle one, and a small jungle one. That'll definitely keep us busy when we get back. Right, we've got some steak. I think it's time we head into the mines, if I can find one. Let's have a look. There must be a cave entrance around here somewhere. Here we are, this is something, and we just need to get everything. Because frankly, right now, we don't even have a full set of armor, so that's priority for sure. Oh my days, what? How do I safely get down here? That's the question. There's a water source, but that's a fair drop. This is a gorgeous cave, though. I don't even know what to do here. I think I'm going to try and get this bit and slowly work my way down. All right, we made it down. I mean, we're a bit weak, but we made it. And I just want to be very cautious of mobs at this stage. And I do see plenty of iron, which we'll definitely get. I don't know where to even go in this cave. It's absolutely massive. There's got to be a diamond or two around, surely. Oh, there we go. 4 diamonds. That's not a bad start, though. I'm not even here for diamonds, though, really. I just want a bit of iron. We'll grab some redstone because, well, why not? Oh, another diamond. Only 1. That was a bit rubbish. Never mind. 7 diamonds. I'm not going to complain. Get a bit of gold because I'm sure it'll come in handy eventually. Do I want copper? I'll grab a little bit. Why not? Saves me coming down later, even though I probably will need to come down for building materials. But tell you what, I don't think I've ever mined this much iron at once in my life. I've always had like an iron farm. Oh, hello. A bit of a lapis lazuli. Oh, that zombie just got put in a clip. More lapis lazuli. And I can hear a skeleton. Oh, another diamond. Bit more redstone. I tell you what, I do prefer this to strip mining. Strip mining might be the most boring thing in the world. I refuse to ever do it. Right, how do I drop down here? Whoa, I don't know where I'm being shot from. I'm awfully weak. I'm just going to run. What's up here? Anything? Ooh, a zombie spawner. If I can get through. What is he doing with a shovel? I wonder if I can just sneak past here. Oh my god, there's loads of them. I do keep forgetting I've still not got full armor, so I do need to be very careful. Right. Melon seeds, about 1 million different horse armors. I mean, I'll take some horse armor. I'll take the diamond one. And what's in this one? Name tag. Ooh, an enchanted book, Silk Touch. Always comes in handy. Bit of string, some bones. Right, what can I put into this bundle then now? Oh, everything. It's gorgeous. We'll mark the coordinates of this zombie spawner, I think, actually. There we go. I think this time I'd rather build like an Enderman farm or something, because those spawner XP farms aren't exactly the fastest.
A few moments later.
I may have stumbled across something interesting here, and I think we're going to try and raid this place quickly and quietly and then get out of here before anybody even notices we were here. We're just going to do this nice and quietly, I think. I'm not really used to doing this the proper way. Frankly, it's quite scary. Any second that could just spawn a warden and then I'm doomed. What's in this chest? Please be something good. Swift sneak. I'll take a... Oh, I could do with some leggings, actually. That might be the highlight. Oh, my days. What's going on? I'll take the swift sneak. I do not want to spend long in here. I'll tell you that now. Oh, my God. A warden spawned. Oh, my days. Run. Oh, no. Where is it? Oh, my God. It's over there. Where's it gone? How about I just keep running? Okay, I've got a foreseeable distance away. I'm just going to mine this before it spawns. Ooh, a music disc. Take some bottles of enchanting. Why not? I'll take a few candles for my house. Priorities, am I right? Oh, I've missed a chest. Oh, for God's sake. There's a warden right there. Oh, no, I don't like this. Now, that is a crazy good hoe. Oh, my days. We'll take that. Get rid of that old one. But I think on this note, we've got some pretty good loot. I mean, I don't know why I want Curse of Binding, but we've got pretty cool armor trim. We've got a few more books and plenty of ores and stuff. So I think we are just going to try and get out of here now. We'll grab this leather and that lead. Okay, now I'll get out of here. Question is how? Oh, there's another chest. Hold on. Okay, one more chest. About 1 million Swiss sneak books, I think. I'll take these actual books. I'll take some bones. All right, let's get out of here. Can I just build up or? Right, that's our way out. Oh, it's like being on Bed Wars. Right, get me out of there. Right, how do I get out of this place? As long as I'm going up, I'm happy. I'll just grab a few more of these ores whilst I'm here. It's slightly safer up here, which is good. But I am very quickly running out of inventory space, and these bundles can only do a certain bit for me because I don't seem to be able to put half of these items into bundles. A bit more gold never hurts. I'll just grab a bit more iron before I get out of here. Here we are. From rags to riches. Right, I've officially got as much as I can, and my pickaxe has just broke. So I think that's a sign that it's time to get out of this cave. And I think we're at a decent spot here, as long as I don't need to mine anything. And it's annoying because I'd love to grab all this, but I can't. Let's just get out of here for now. We can't be too far from the surface now, surely. I see snow, and I also see some grass. I see daylight. Oh yeah, here we are. Now, I'm going to assume we're probably on the top of this mountain. Don't quite think this is where we entered. We can't have gone that far, surely. Oh, there's a goat. You up, pal? I want to, like, take him home. Wait, hear me out. Where is it? It's in there somewhere. I've got a valuable idea. Where is it? Where's the goat? Come back. Oh yeah, you're coming home with me. Wait, we can do this. Let's analyze. So when we were at our house, the sun was like rising from that way and the moon's that way. So we want to be going this way, right? Is that the mountain? No, I don't know. Right, I guess this way we go. Right, I think we're close now. I think that's where we are, and that's the ruined portal. Yeah, okay, we're close. We're close. Come on, goat. It's been a long journey, but we're almost there. Oh, me and family. How cute. We've made it home, and we've got a very abnormal forest now because all of our trees have grown. So again, like last time, I'll just dump all my loot, but first we need to build a fence actually, and we can put a goat on there. there. So if I just dump all my inventory right now, literally everything, and we'll work backwards again. Where are my bundles? If I just lob all of this out into the abyss, and we can dump that all in these chests, we've got precisely 2 chests full. Okay, so if I put them in there, let's grab some stone and some wood, and I'm first going to make a few more furnaces, and I'll just move this stone cutter through there, and we best get smelting some stuff. So let's start, well, let's just smelt everything, I think, actually. Oh, we've got name tags as well, actually. On that note, I think we need to name the goat. This is where I want you guys to come and pick a name for the goat. Pause the video, head down into the comments and drop your name suggestions, and whatever name suggestion is my favorite, I will name the goat in the next video. Let's slap the iron in the blast furnace, slap some more iron in the furnace, our gold, our copper. There we go, that's everything. Let's grab these diamonds. Oh, we've got obsidian and books, which means one thing, actually. We can make an enchanting table, we'll make a pickaxe, and then I think we'll make an axe and a sword. Yeah, that's about right, I think. Well, I don't have a choice anymore. Looking at the amount of books we've got, I think we might actually be able to make a fair few bookshelves. Let's get this planted. I can't plant it. What do I need? Do we have any dirt? I don't even have a shovel, to be fair. Make a stone one real quick. And we'll bob to the coast just so I can plant some sugarcane. There we go. Get that growing. Always comes in handy. Perfect. What else can I do? I think now we're just playing the waiting game for all this stuff to smelt. Let's start by making a helmet. Copper armor. What's better? Is it the same? Oh no, some bits are better. Let's make a copper helmet because it's a bit of style. Oh yeah. I don't know what the durability is like actually, but I'm sure we'll learn the hard way. Let's make an anvil. Why not? Place that there. We do need some more tools. Let's make an iron shovel. A lightning rod. Do I want a lightning rod? Yeah, why not? Let's place that over here. Let's have a look. What else can we do? What else can we do? I will make a few more sticks. I'll make 2 more iron pickaxes. Where are these enchanted books? Swift sneak. I want to save that for diamond armor, I think. Same for my trim. Silk touch, though, I can put to use. Now, do we put that on the axe or the pickaxe? I think we'll put it on the axe because why not? There we go. Oh, we'll get some cocoa beans growing. Yeah. I'm just trying to think what else we can do. Could grow those mushrooms. We've got some eggs and we've got quite a bit of wood. Let's make a few animal pens. Right, where should we do them? I guess just up here. Just mine down a bit of space. It's only going to be very temporary, so it shouldn't be anything to worry about. Replace all this. There we go. And let's get our fences in. There we go. We only need 2 pens, really. Got a few carpets so we can get up. We've got 2 baby chickens, so we need some pigs and we need some sheep and some cows. We've got our 2 pigs. Bring them into here. 3 sheep. Let's get them into this one. And 2 cows. Ooh, we might be able to get this chicken in as well. Come on. There we go. Look at that. I'll just go grab some more of our wheat and I'll actually get all them breeding. There we are. It's like a love factory. Oh yeah. The parrots and the bats. Congratulations. Right. I think now... Whoa, my days. What has that goat just done? Now, I think it's time we just chop down all these trees and we start gathering a few resources. So let's get that done. Right, looking at what we've got, our supplies are really starting to come together. Now, we've got all this wood. As you can see, I've just replanted a few more acacia bits, and our cocoa beans are growing. I've also fed our animals, so we're starting to get somewhere. But I think now I really want to build a starter house. But we've got a problem. This terrain isn't really that nice, and it's not something I want to build my starter house on. So I'm thinking I'm going to transform to start with kind of this cliffside. So we'll terraform this, and we'll make a nice little platform, a terraformed base, probably out of grass, or I'm thinking maybe moss. Moss could be cool if we can get enough of it. Oh my days. And then once we've got the base and a nice terraformed edge, we can finally have something worthy enough to build a star house. So let's just have a look at what materials I've got. I think because we're by the ocean and we're going for an ocean vibe, I want some warmer colors. So I'm going to utilize my acacia for sure, my jungle. I'd like some more granite. What else have we got? 1 terracotta and 1 piece of sand. Great. Could definitely do with some more of them. So I think we're going to look for a mesa and a lush cave, see what we come out with. And actually, brown mushrooms giving me an idea. How do we plant these? Aha! You know what I'm thinking. Because we've got silk touch, we can get some brown mushroom blocks, which I think will work great. We can also do a Notjack HD trick of using this side as well to like blend in, maybe with some sand. Oh, yes, yes. I think we're onto something here. Right, I'll save a few brown mushrooms for now because we've got already quite a lot. So we'll put all that back for now. And now, as I said, let's go find some terracotta. And I think the best way of doing this is to head back to where I spawned, the savannah area, because my assumption is where there's a savannah, there's a mesa. Well, let's head there. Right, here we are. Look at that. There we go. Just what we need. And I did actually bring a few shears because I'd like to grab a bit of this grass because I've had a bit of an idea. You're going to have to wait and find out, though. So let's just grab a few bits and bats. Tell you what, I wish we had that color water back at our base. That would make it so much better. I tell you what, this mesa's big. Jeez. Then we'll just get plenty of plain terracotta and some nice red sand. So without further ado, I think we need to get mining. And I think we're also going to get a bit of light grey terracotta for a bit of colour contrast. Plenty of red sand. And also plenty of regular sand and sandstone. And as you can see, we've had to resort to using the stone tools because we decided not to bring any backups, which probably wasn't the wisest idea of mine. Now, there's an azalea tree over there in the distance, which means there's definitely a lush cave nearby. However, our inventory is full. We're on stone tools because I decided not to bring any more for some reason. I don't want to waste my diamond one. And as you can see, my inventory is full with kind of everything from around here. I think as the sun sets, we're going to head back, dump all of this, then come back, go to the lush cave, grab a bit of moss, maybe some granite, just some stuff like that, and then we can finally build some terrain. All right, let's try this again. We've got 3 iron pickaxes and our hoe and an empty inventory. So I'm just going to start by borrowing some of these leaves. Always comes in handy in decoration. And, well, I might as well if I've got a hoe like this. And then I need to figure out how to get down to the cave. So I'm going to dig. Oh, my days, I forgot to bring a shovel. I'm going to dig down. What have I just been dropped into? There's a civil war going on and there's a creeper. And there was a creeper. Oh, I really like some of this clay again. I've really not thought this through very well. Let's just grab a little bit. I just want some for bricks, really, just to make some pots and stuff later on maybe, so I'll grab a bit, but that's not what I'm here for. Oh, to be fair, that creeper really helped us out actually. Right, there's moss up there, I think. Let's head up there. I'll take a couple of acacia leaves. Oh, it's an axolotl. Not seen one of them in a while. Why is there so many mobs? Oh my days. Right, so there's a granite here and there's moss here, which is pretty handy. Well, there's also granite there, there's also granite there, and there's also granite there. But I think this should be quite an easy job. I mean, we need lots of it, but we can bone meal it. That's one important thing to remember. We can bone meal moss and spread it, so I'll get what I can. I'm more here to use this moss as kind of like a lush base at the hills of a nice tropical coastline. Yeah. Okay, that's almost like every moss block from around here. There must be some more somewhere. Now we're talking. Look at this. A lush cave. Heaven for someone who doesn't have hay fever. I'm trying to think if there's anything from here that I might need for the starter base so I don't have to run out all the way over here again. Because realistically, most of it's just going to be stone, wood, the basic materials. We should have plenty of sand left over. Maybe some gravel we can get locally. I think all the materials we can get locally, but I think we've got enough moss for now. And then let's focus on granite. Again, we shouldn't need too much because we've got a lot of like the complementing blocks, so let's mine. Now, I think that should be enough for the foreseeable future. And we've actually managed to do all right there because we only went through 2 iron pickaxes and we also picked up a bit of cobblestone. And we've got a bundle full of rubbish again. But I think we can almost now head back and start building. I'm just trying to think if there's anything we forgot whilst we're out here. We've got sand, we've got red sand, we've got terracotta, light grey terracotta, granite, moss. I think that's everything. Okay, I'm not able to hold anymore, which means it's home time. I know, my days, our chest is full already. And let's dump all that in there. So now I think we have everything we need to kind of get started. So the question is, where do we begin? Well, we need to begin with some more food, but after that, where do we begin? I think we're going to section this terrain into 3 pieces. So we've got the beach, a few rocks, and then like the grass flatland. And I've got a bit of dirt here in which I'm going to use with my sand to make a bit of a base for this beach. I'm just going to start by kind of bringing this across and just kind of curve it round. I think just to about over there somewhere. I think something like this is all right. And then we'll slowly bend it back in, coming up just to about here. Yeah, I think something like that works perfect. And then we just need to bring that back a bit so that we can actually place our sand on it. And eventually, I think, probably an in-between episode job, we'll bring this all the way down into the water and actually terraform it and blend it in. I could really do with like Aqua Affinity right now or something. Oh my days. There we go. I think something like that's a good initial base for our sand. So then now, I guess the job is we need to put sand on this. Right, I've got our sand, so let's get to work. So that's one row done, but I think I want to do another layer or two, so maybe some slabs and then another layer of sand. So I think I'm just going to smelt 2 stacks of this sand. Actually, I'll smelt all 3 stacks, why not? And I need a bit more coal, actually, which we do not actually seem to have, which isn't great. So I'll do the next best thing and plant some cactus. Oh yeah. But for now, I think I'll just use some bamboo. That should do the trick. I use it fairly fast. Okay, very fast, but it'll do. Because then we can convert this into that, and then the rest is history. So I'm going to let this do its thing. And then once I've got all my stairs and slabs, we'll regroup and get started on the next bit. We've got a few stacks of each, and I'm just going to start by curving this out a little bit Right, so stair there, one here. And you get the point. Just kind of make it look a bit more curved. There we go, looking good. All right, now time for this next layer. And like I said, we're going to do slabs. Okay, I think you can kind of see where I'm going with this. We're kind of just sloping it up. All right, there we go. We've got the start of our beach. The final thing I want to do with this beach is what I collected earlier, if I can find them. It's this tall grass and short grass. Now, I've not got much of it. I think I'm just going to gently place them around. As you can see, yeah, I've not got much, so I need to be very delicate with how I place them. But I think it just adds a bit of life to this place. Obviously, a beach doesn't have much grass anyway, but it's just a bit of added decoration. All right, and that's step one done, the beach. All right, and the next step is some rocks to blend the beach into the grass. And we have got plenty of materials for this. So let's grab some brown mushroom, some mushroom stem, light grey terracotta, regular terracotta, granite. What else do we want? Some jungle. And I think that'll do us for now. I'm also just going to grab some spruce and make a bit of coarse dirt. And then where should we start? I think we'll do like a little coarse dirt base, which we'll just place like this for now. Then let's just get some shapes in. And then with our slabs, let's just kind of make a shape, whatever shape we want. And I'm thinking we'll just curl it, maybe mix it up with some granite. I'm just kind of winging it here. We'll kind of use the light grey terracotta as a base as it goes down, like so, and kind of work our way up. And then I think here, what I might do, I might place something like this. It's kind of look like the backsplash from the sand against the rocks. And then we'll just get a bit more shape in. And the final thing I'm going to do is get a bit of diorite stairs. And I think something like that is okay. In terms of this, I think what we're going to do, and again, like down there, we're just going to kind of blend it in. Nothing in particular, just kind of a bit of a dirt basis to integrate it a bit more. I think I like that. And then just so we know kind of what level we're going to do our moss and grass, I'm just going to grab a bit of this. And we'll also make a bit of mossy cobble whilst we're here. For some slabs. I think I'll do a row of dirt on this one. Place that there so that turns into grass. Okay, we're onto something here. We're onto something. And then a layer of moss, some slabs, another layer of moss, some more slabs. And then I think from here is when we'll start to kind of slope it out a little bit. Now we just need to terraform this whole cliff into something like that. So without further ado, let's hit up the montage. There we go, so we finished this area. Right, so that's the next stage done, the rocks. We just very shabbily blended it into the vanilla terrain because hopefully that'll be very temporary. Same with this side because eventually we'll transform the whole cliffside. And I've just added a bit of colouring on this sand to kind of just blend it in a little bit. But now, as you can see by my hotbar, we have got a lot of moss placing to do. Oh, beginning with this one. Now, I did forget to click record. So as you can see, by the time I noticed, I was halfway through the terrain already. But we got it done and it's looking great. Alright, so we've got some really basic terrain right now, but I think it's a perfect base for our starter house. As you can see, I kind of just very rubbishly blended it over because eventually we'll probably expand our custom terrain all the way over to that mountain. And these animals took a little bit of a toll, so we are going to have to move these at some point. And I don't know the best way of doing this, but we'll worry about that afterwards. I think we might just move them over that way maybe. And as you can see, we've got a really bad hole right now because I didn't really want to move all these chests, but I've realized I'm going to have to. But looking at what materials I've got left, I've still got plenty left for terrain, which is good. Now, I've got a few building resources, but not really enough for what I want. I'd like a bit more andesite, a bit more cobblestone, a few more blocks along those lines. So I think we're going to have to head back down to the mine. And because it's a starter base, I'm going to prioritize using planks and wood where I can because it stays with the vibe. And I'm just curious, is this going to ruin my moss and place pods all everywhere? Oh! Right, fine. We'll have to work with it. I might as well plant a few more and I'll chop them down later because that is most definitely a later job. Why is that so tall? Oh my days. Realistically, I don't need too much. It's just going to kind of be like the base. We're going to use like a stone foundation. And again, we don't have any fuel left, so I will just use some bamboo. But whilst that smells, I'm just going to make another iron pickaxe and I'm going to run this to the ground and get as much cobblestone and andesite as possible. And I'll take a couple of shovels for a bit of gravel and sand because we can maybe make a bit more concrete powder. There we go. So let's just get mining some cobblestone here. Right, we've got 3 stacks from almost a whole iron pickaxe, so I want to save the rest for a little bit of andesite. Oh, there's a bit of gravel actually, which we'll just stop and get. All right, we've got a stack of gravel, some andesite, if I don't get disrupted, and some more sand. Right, I think that's everything. Now, I feel like there's not as much, but realistically, we don't even need that many blocks anyway, so we should be okay. I might just grab a little bit of like wool or something just to also blend in. And those blocks are definitely not smelted very well. And whilst I wait for all that to smell, I'm just going to head over here without getting shot. I'll replant all my bamboo, and then I'm also going to move those animals. Right, and whilst these smell, we might as well chop these trees down. All right, our stone's finished smelting. We've got plenty of spruce logs. So if I just place all that in there, I'm just going to grab a bit of moss and a bit of bone meal because I need to deal with this podzol. I'm actually going to turn all of this because I might make a few bone blocks. Not too many, but just enough to add a bit of color in. Okay, this is definitely not the most efficient way, but we do what we have to do, don't we? Okay, this is a lot more annoying than I thought. And now there's a baby zombie. The moss has been dealt with, and we're just going to dye a few of these sheep because I want a bit of wool, and we don't need too much. Just enough. Add a bit of coloring into our walls. Yeah, this really needs dealing with. All right, a bit of concrete powder, and I think we're good to go. There we go. And I think we've got everything we need to start building our starter house. Get all of my blocks back in my inventory, and we're going to start back from square one. And we're going to start with our foundation. I think something simple like that works with a bit of coloring and a bit of weathering. And then we need to add like a bit of a base up here. So for that, I'm going to grab some spruce, some pale oak, my white concrete powder, and then let's convert some of this. I'm going to use oak trapdoors as the kind of like medieval looking windows. We'll make plenty of stairs, use slabs, and fences, and maybe a few signs. Right, so let's pillar these up a little bit, and we'll strip them. I've done it uneven. I'm going to add one more uneven one here, and I will just bring these all across. Again, I'll strip them all. And then I think I'll do a row of stairs here to kind of separate the foundation from the actual wall itself. Something like that. And then I think we'll do the same up here. I'm just going to destroy this for now. My inventory's getting awfully full already. There's some white concrete, some trap doors, and then with our signs, I'll just put them across our white concrete. I'm liking this so far. And then in terms of this roof, I'm just going to use my acacia and gently slope it up. And then we'll do a block for this one and a wall on this one. And then I've got some glass panes in which I'm going to place on either side of the wall, kind of get rid of this stumped effect, like so, and it's barely visible, which makes it a lot better. I'll add a little bit of color in just to blend that in a little bit more. And I've fallen. I think I best make some scaffolding before I actually build the rest of this house. And then last but not least, I'm just going to build 2 little windows in this roof just to kind of break up all the acacia. Some trapdoors, some more trapdoors. Okay, I really like that so far. So I think we're just going to continue this around and see where we get with it. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy the time lapse. Alright, this is looking amazing, and I'm really happy with how this is turning out so far. But as you can see, I've left a little gap here. I might build just a tower or two because, well, why not? It adds a bit of height to this base, and it'll give us a nice cool bedroom at the top, and maybe some like enchanting space, who knows? So I've assembled a variety of different like white resources and a bit of texture in colors and a few blocks of texture with. So instead of waffling, I'm just going to get building, and I'm going to kind of work off a textured base, something like this, and I'm just going to work my way up. I could do with a water bucket, turn some of these into actual concrete. I'm going to use my white glass paints to kind of smoothen the edges out and make it more circular. Let me just get some scaffolding. So I think the plan is now we just need to do this the whole way around and bring it all the way to the top. There we go. That's one tower base done. And I think because I've got a few resources left, I'm going to do another little one here. And as you can see, this one is a lot smaller. Yeah, I think something like that works perfectly. And then we just need to put some spires on the top of these towers. Then I think we're done with the exterior. Just going to dump everything back in my chest, in which, as you can see, I've temporarily moved inside. And as a part of that, I've also moved all my farms over there, as you can see. So I've got my bamboo. I planted loads of cactus, some wheat, and moved all of my animals. And don't worry, I've not forgot about the goat. But let's get these spires done, and then we can finally finish this starter house. Right, now tell me that isn't awesome. But with these done, that means our exterior to a whole is finished. And I'm so pleased with how this has turned out. And it's a bit bigger than I expected, but there is nothing wrong with that. And that means we've got plenty of space for interior. So I think then that leaves us one job to do the interior. But where do we begin? Let's have a look. Let me grab a bunch of wood and make as many chests as I possibly can. Okay, 64 should be enough. And I'm just going to place them all here, and I'm stuck. And I think this kind of area will be our storage room. We just need to move all this and these furnaces. I think we'll have a special room for furnaces. Put some more in here. And then for these ones, this could be a pain. In fact, let's just raw dog this. Oh, this is horrible already. Oh, my days. We're definitely going to have to spend some time organizing these chests at some point. But I think that's definitely a later on job. And we need to do the same with these chests. There we go. That is so much better. We've got so much storage space now, which should last us a fair while. And I think in between episodes, what we'll do, we'll organize them all. We'll get them all iron framed up. We know exactly what's in what chest. One thing I am pleased about is the amount of books we've got. That's definitely important because I think we'll be able to get a full enchanting setup somewhere. Look at that. In fact, I'm just going to make all of them into bookshelves. So before I use any for decoration, I'm just going to grab a few ladders, and I think we're going to do it somewhere up here. Now, I'm not too sure whereabouts, but we've got plenty of space around here. Let me just grab a few floor materials. All right, I got a little bit carried away, but we finally got it. A level 30 enchanting table, and we've got 12 bookshelves left, and I've crafted 9 more because I want to use them down here somewhere. I'm thinking just a simple bookshelf like this, and then if I get my axe back, and if I move this, and let's have a look. What can we do with what? Where is our clay? Here we are. And where are my furnaces? There we go. Let's just get some of that smelting whilst we wait. Well, I'll make 3 more bookshelves. Why not? I'll make some signs, and I want to make a bunch of trapdoors so that I can line these. We'll just put a little birch with a pot on there. That's cute. And when I can, I'm going to change these to chiseled bookshelves, I think, because I do much prefer them. They're just a bit cleaner, but we'll worry about that some other time. Right now, we need to get this interior finished. I managed to craft a few more books for another station here, and as you can see, I've got a feather, another book, and an ink sac because I want to make a book and quill, because this is now our to-do list. And with this, at the end of each episode, we can come over here, and then we're ready for next episode. Place this lantern on there for a bit of lighting, and then final bits in here. I want to make, where are we? A couple of pots, a couple of flower pots, and actually, I'm going to make a brick slab, get my stone cutter, and make 2 slabs out of that. Grab a piece of terracotta, and it's a different shaped pot. And last but not least, a little green rug. And actually, we're going to do the trick I always do, and I'm going to use stairs here. There we go. That's our first room, and that's our storage room, so arguably the most important room done. Let me just remove this lantern. I think in this room, I want to have just a bit of a smelting room. So let's get some blast furnaces, plenty of regular furnaces, a bit of floor decoration. This is meant to be coal. Eventually, we'll replace it with blackstone. This can be our little storage section for fuel and such. And there we go. That's that room done. That was definitely a lot easier than the last one. What else have we got? I think I'm going to leave this bit free because it could be like a nice little brewing room maybe, eventually for when we unlock the nether. So let's keep that space free. And in this bit of hallway, I think we're just going to get a bit of decoration in. So I've got some more of my bricks, so let's make them all into pots. And I've got some azalea that I want to plant, not everywhere, but just it adds a nice bit of colour. And we'll do the same up here. And if I've got any left, there we are. I just grab some mossy cobblestone slabs to add an extra half block to it. Perfect. What can I put here? I'm thinking a little something in there, which isn't a plant. Honestly, I think just a bit of scaffolding's fine. And what else have we got? Oh, and actually, we cannot forget about the bedroom. We've got plenty of space up here, so we definitely need to do something with this. And in fact, I don't have an axe on me, but I'm sure we've got some more space up here. Oh, yeah, we do. Oh, okay. We can definitely do something with this. Right, I've made some new tools because I can't find my other ones, but I've got an assortment of items in my inventory, which we're just going to kind of place down everywhere. Get some chests with an armor stand. Eventually, we can replace this armor onto there and put some diamond armor on. But for now, we're working with what we've got. We've got a couple of little plant things. I think this is where we'll put our entrance to the other room. Get a little desk like so. Could do with a nice little sapling or something there. But we can get this chair placed down. We need some signs, a rug. That's not a rug. Ladder. I think I'll put bed and stuff up there. So let's go grab some of that. Right, I've grabbed a bit of cyan wool to replace this. We can finish this chair now. I put an oak sapling in there. And then we can come upstairs. I place my bed here. 2 little bushes here and here, I think. And then I just want this room to be very simplistic. Sapling, mushroom, few sea pickles, a lantern. And do I need anything else in here? I will sleep. Quite liked that bed, but I think we're just about done with the inside. We've got our enchanting table, our storage room, our smelting room, a little crafting room. We'll save this for some smelting. And I think the final thing I want to do, I just want to add a little bit of decoration on this balcony area, and then I think we're finally done. I think I want to remove this, place some dirt, azalea, and some mossy cobble there. Nice and simple. In fact, I'm going to replace this with a row of just azalea leaves. Much better. A few bits and bats here and around, and I think we're done. So let's just get one final exterior shot of this place. Oh my days, this looks good. This looks very good. I think we've been extremely successful with this video. We've got plenty of farms and a lot of eggs. Oh my days. We need to breed these all again, actually. We've got wheat, cactus, bamboo, sugarcane over in the distance, plenty of saplings which we're going to harness in between episodes. And we can walk in onto this little terrace, bit of a balcony overlooking the ocean, coming through here into our entrance hall, a brewing area, an awesome storage room, walk through here, a bit of an incomplete, but hopefully soon, smelting area, and an awesome little crafting station area. But that's not it. We can come up our ladder to our enchanting table, and one further to our workstation and bedroom. If you made it this far in the video, I want you to comment start a house. So like we said, the last thing we're going to do before the end of this episode is make a to-do list for next episode. I think most importantly, we want better armor, maybe make some friends, aka villagers, and most importantly, survive. On that note, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.